Hey everyone, welcome back to the Startup Chronicles. I'm Kyle Law, here with Megan Flores, and we're super excited to have you join us on this journey. This podcast is all about sharing the ups and downs, the wins and the stumbles as we build our startup from the ground up. We want to be real with you, no sugarcoating. Because if you're anything like us, you know that the startup world is a wild ride. Megan, how's it feeling to be back for episode 2? Still buzzing from episode 1 or what? And hey, for those who don't know, Megan and I are co-founders, and we've got a silent partner in the mix too, keeping things interesting behind the scenes. So what's new in your world, Megan? Any cool tech stuff catching your eye lately?
Hey Kyle, so great to be back for episode 2 of the Startup Chronicles. I'm definitely still buzzing from our first episode. The feedback has been amazing. For those just joining us, I'm Megan Flores, co-founder alongside Kyle here. And yes, we do have our mysterious silent partner who shall remain nameless. It's actually in our contract, believe it or not. As for what's new in my world, honestly, I've been completely consumed with our startup journey. It's been this wild roller coaster of late nights. Way too much coffee, and those moments of both pure excitement and total panic that I think every founder knows all too well. Tech-wise, I've been obsessing over some of the new AI agent frameworks that are coming out. It's fascinating to see how quickly this space is evolving. Feels like every morning I wake up to something new that completely changes our approach. What about you? Still doing that weird morning routine with the cold shower and the meditation app?
Oh yeah, you caught me. The cold shower and meditation combo is still my thing. Some days it feels like a superpower. Other days it's just a chilly reminder that I'm alive. But hey, got to keep the startup brain sharp, right? And yeah, the AI agent space is moving at lightning speed. It's like every day there's a new tool or framework that makes you rethink your whole product strategy. Keeps us on our toes, for sure. Speaking of which, that's actually a perfect segue into today's episode. We're going to talk about how we wrestled with landing on a product idea in the AI agent space. Spoiler alert, it wasn't easy. We went through a bunch of ideas, hit some frustrating dead ends, and eventually brought in some extra technical muscle with Ashroy to help push things forward. But before we get into all that, any thoughts on the roller coaster you mentioned? Because man, that's the startup life in a nutshell.
Absolutely. That cold shower meditation combo, I'm still convinced you're either a genius or slightly crazy. Maybe both? That's probably why we work well together. And yeah, the roller coaster, oh, it's so real. I think that's something I wish someone had really hammered home before I jumped into this startup world. You know, one day you're on top of the world thinking you've got the next billion-dollar idea, and literally hours later, you're questioning every life choice that led you to this moment. I actually have this little mantra I've been using lately: embrace the chaos. Because that's really what it is, right? The startup journey isn't a neat little linear path. It's this messy, chaotic adventure where you're constantly pivoting and adjusting. And speaking of pivots and adjustments, our product journey in the AI agent space has been the perfect example of that chaos in action. I mean, remember when we thought we had it all figured out with that first concept? I was so convinced we were going to revolutionize the industry overnight.
Oh man, that first concept, yeah, I remember that phase like it was yesterday. We were so hyped thinking, this is it, the one that's going to change everything. But then reality hit hard. The market feedback was, let's just say, less than enthusiastic. It was a classic case of falling in love with the idea instead of the problem. And that's a huge lesson for any founder out there. Don't get too attached to your first idea. It's all about being flexible and listening to what users actually need, not what you think they need. We had to scrap a few versions, which was frustrating as hell. I think that's when we realized we needed more technical firepower, which is when Ashroy came on board. Having someone with that deep technical expertise really helped us move from concept to something tangible. What about you, Megan? When did you feel that frustration peak?
Oh man, when did my frustration peak? Probably that week in July when we were trying to build that prototype for the AI scheduling assistant. Remember that? We were so convinced it would be this game changer that could understand context and manage complex scheduling conflicts better than anything on the market. And then we realized that the natural language processing just wasn't where we needed it to be yet. We spent like 3 straight days trying to get it to understand the difference between move this meeting to after lunch versus move this meeting after I have lunch with Sarah. And it just kept breaking in these weird, unpredictable ways. I think I had this moment at like 2 a.m. staring at my screen where I just thought, what are we even doing? That's when I started questioning if we were even in the right space. But you know what I've learned? That frustration is actually a really important signal. It's telling you something isn't working and you need to pivot or rethink. One of my startup formulas that I've developed through all this is frustration plus persistence equals breakthrough. You need both. Without the frustration, you might keep going down a dead-end path. Without the persistence, you'll give up right before you might have solved it. Bringing Ash on was definitely that persistence part of the equation. Having someone who could look at our technical challenges with fresh eyes was exactly what we needed at that moment.
Absolutely. That's such a solid formula. Frustration plus persistence equals breakthrough. I love that. It's like the startup grind distilled into a simple equation. And yeah, Ash stepping in was a game changer. Sometimes you just need that fresh perspective and extra hands to push through the tough spots. For anyone listening, here's a little nugget from us. Don't be afraid to bring in new talent or expertise when you hit a wall. It's not a sign of failure. It's smart strategy. Your team evolves as your product evolves. All right, I'm itching to tease what's next. Next week, we'll finally reveal the product we've been circling around this whole time. Let's just say it's something we're calling Sloth Surf. But for now, we'll keep you hanging a bit longer.
Wait, Kyle, you just said it. You literally just said sloth surf on air. Oh my God, our marketing team is going to kill us. But, yes, I guess the cat's out of the bag now, though we should definitely still save all the details for next week. I think our listeners will be really interested in how we landed on this particular idea after all those false starts. And honestly, I'm excited to walk everyone through the whole journey, from concept to where we are now. The good, the bad, and the why did we ever think that would work moments.
Yeah, I guess I slipped up there. Sloth Surf's out in the wild now. But you're right, Megan. The juicy details are definitely for next week. I'm with you, though. Sharing the full roller coaster, the wins, the face palms, and the what were we thinking moments. That's what makes this real and relatable. Can't wait to take everyone on that ride. All right, folks, that's a wrap for today. Megan, anything you want to add before we sign off?
Yeah, I think that's what makes this podcast different, you know? We're not just sharing the highlight reel, we're showing all the messy parts too. The 3 a.m. panic texts, the failed prototypes, the moments where we seriously questioned if we were cut out for this. I just want to thank everyone for listening to episode 2 of our startup journey. If you're building something yourself, just know that the path is never straight, and that's totally normal. We're figuring it out as we go too. And next week, yes, we'll actually tell you what Sloth Surf is all about. Kyle might have let the name slip, but trust me, the concept behind it is worth the wait. See you all next week.
Absolutely, Megan. Couldn't have said it better. To everyone tuning in, thanks for riding along with us through the chaos and the breakthroughs. We're just getting started, and next week the real story of Sloth Surf unfolds. Until then, take care, keep hustling, and remember, it's okay to stumble as long as you keep moving forward.
Absolutely. And remember, sometimes the best ideas come after the biggest failures. We're living proof of that. Can't wait to share more of our journey with you all next week. This is Megan Flores signing off.